What's up, guys? Welcome back to Esk8 Exchange, a show where we talk about MBoards, Esk8, really just the electric skateboard industry as a whole. Jacob, thank you for joining me, and I hope everybody's having a fantastic Saturday morning. Unless you're watching this not Saturday morning, then I just hope you're having a good day in general. But we are diving into kind of the thick of Esk8 planning at this point. It consumes our lives at this point. We said that last week, I think, too, but it really is like every day for us now.
Like bleeding Esk8 now.
But everything's looking really good, so I'm excited about it. But let's dive in before we get into Esk8. Let's just do some Esk8 news. We haven't really looked at anything new in a little while.
Kind of forgot there's another whole world
there's
a
whole
like still going on.
Everybody who's not at Esk8, perhaps you would like to hear about other things going on in the industry. So yeah, let's just hop right into it. So MadEsk8, they released their 125 millimeter wheels. So they're 125 version of their...
These were highly anticipated.
Highly anticipated. Hold on, go back. There we go.
Boom,
there they are.
I think we saw these at Esk8 last year.
Yes.
We saw a 3D printed version of them, which was kind of funky.
Yeah,
but
I loved it though, man.
Yeah, that was cool. And then so now they are shipping. I think they're in customers.
They're in my customer hands.
They're freaking on their boards already, man.
Yeah, here's a great shot of the.
They're so freaking massive.
They're huge, dude.
So you haven't gotten to see these yet, but I did.
I've not seen them in person yet. No.
And I saw them on an endurance. So I saw them on James's endurance.
Okay.
And they're fucking huge, man. They're big. It's wild that they can make such a the endurance is a large board. It's long.
Oh yeah.
It makes the board look tiny.
Oh, really?
It's wild. Yeah.
Wow.
It makes it look small.
So clearly the core is larger.
Yeah. So
apparently they're pretty heavy, which makes sense. That
do they show the backside of it?
Not any of these pictures. It doesn't look like, no. I mean, I'm sure I could dig a little bit.
The core is a little different in the rear. It's still, of course, a Kegel core, but they've got some different pattern. Stuff in there.
Probably similar to the dad bods with extra weight.
Yeah,
removal.
yeah. It looked a little different. So
yeah,
I don't know, I guess
cool.
Same.
I've heard good things so far about the wheels, though. They are retailing at $160, which actually is, I think, less than I thought they would be. I feel like if just the 105s are $140, I think they're actually a good deal proportionally.
Oh, is this dollar per millimeter?
Yeah, 84%. 139 divided by 159. Oh no, it's pretty much proportional scale.
About the same.
Yeah, about the same. Maybe a little bit better, but yeah, no, that's good. That's a good price then, I think, for those. Cool.
It does sound like the larger pulley option is the way to go too.
Yeah, you'll definitely want to go larger pulleys. So they recommend the 45 Ts on there, which I would say certainly you should do that. I
think James had 40s or maybe even the 36s.
Oh,
and
gosh.
He was I could use a little more. So
yeah. I mean, you'll go fast as hell, but your torque's gonna be shit.
I think we've got some sets headed our way, so they'll be able to add to the endurance or the interstellar or just bundle
Yeah. I think it'd be great on both, but I think on the interstellar specifically.
I know. I think that'd
be really fun because that's it's a little bit of a shorter board. It's wide.
GDs.
On the which ones?
Gear drives.
Oh, on the gear drives. Yeah. Did we ever post that on our actual Instagram or no?
I took some pictures, so they just went up as a story. So
so it's gonna be gone already.
I think it's goner.
Okay.
Because that was 2 days ago or last week or
we've been messing with several different sets of gear drives. We're trying to figure out exactly which brand we want to go with or which OEM.
Really, even just what style,
right?
Right. The one we have currently on now, it's big. It's just a big unit. So we had to do a lot of moving around with the trucks and change this and change that and things that I really don't want to have Joe do basically every time he builds a board. Oh yeah, you got to use this special screw and da. So we got another unit that we're gonna try that I'm actually a little more excited for. But same thing, got to make some parts for it. And I think that one will be pretty cool. That'll give us more options. And it's a lot smaller.
Yeah. It sounds like either way for us to test, we'll end up having to make all the different collars for all these different gear drives. So it sounds like we'll at least have all the different collars available for the Nexus trucks for all these different gear drives. So at least we're getting something out of it.
We're like doing all the hard part, the really, really hard part, which is the first install.
All the
and
integration.
then after that, it's like, all right, well, we'll just hand it over to you guys. Yeah, like if you really want it. So I guess that'll be kind of cool. You'll have options.
Yeah, so we'll work on that. We're working on it. Yeah, that should be. We'll have a functioning. We have a functioning board now, but we'll definitely have one at Esk8 so that's cool.
And it's not that we've ditched that we're gonna do our own gear drives and make them. It's just like I feel like this is kind of part of the process. These are the steps we should take, which is see what else is out there.
I think the first logical step is to find an OEM that does a really good gear drive. Then we need to successfully integrate that into our family of boards. Yeah. And then from there, if we want to iterate on that and do our own, then that would be the second step.
Yeah.
So I think we're doing it a correct way. I still really like belts. I really do. But our customers are starting to push their boards so fast. We've got a guy, we've got this local kid, bro. He's got a 14S endurance.
12.
It's 12?
Yeah.
No way. Yeah. Okay. It's a 12S endurance. I think on 205, 205 reachers,
and almost a 2-to-1 ratio, maybe just over. What
does he ride? What wheels is it?
It's a 45T wheel pulley on 150 Novas, and he just upped. He just upped to an 18T motor pulley, which was like.
Oh my God! Yeah.
So I thought he was going to go to 20. He went to 18, so it's like 2.3 something.
Yes, the dude hits 55, 60 miles an hour,
with his knee on the ground.
Actually, he crouches on his board like a madman and literally hits he's got videos passing cars in travel lanes in the middle of the street. It's insane, and the dude shreds his belts weekly. It's insane,
right?
Because he's belts are great, but not at 60 miles an hour. They really just aren't. And I honestly don't know if gears are going to be great at 60 miles an hour. No one actually rides handful of dudes hit it once in a while, but nobody has put the real world testing on at 60 for a prolonged period of riding.
Not extended.
He's in here all the time experiencing some sort of failure, but I'm none of this shit was ever meant to go 60.
Right.
It was never meant to go 60.
Well, first it was just 50. And it was okay, all right.
He wanted to go. We got his stock board was 45. And he's we were able to tweak it a little bit to get it to 49. He's I got to hit 50. So we finally, I don't remember what we did. I think we just swapped a larger wheel size or something stupid. But he ended up getting up to over 50. And now he's trying to push 60. And the kid does it, but
we'll see if we can find a video we can actually
he's gonna die. It's insane. And he's on we kind of advise. Well, every time he's in here, we tell him to not do this.
We try to get him to buy more gear.
Try to get him to buy more helmets, buy more pads, and to not do what he's doing.
We tried to sell him a box of foam.
He refuses. So he kind of does his own thing. He completely does not listen to our advice at all.
No.
And he's gonna end up killing himself. And he just doesn't listen. So. We'll be here to give him belts and stuff because I'd rather him be on a fresh set of belts than a not fresh set of belts because that's the best we can do to try to prevent the inevitable, it seems. Right. But I don't know.
We go over his board every
the
time
dude
he comes in.
Yeah, I mean, we look through that board a lot.
He's scared to touch it. So that's the one good thing.
The one good thing.
He won't mess with it. He just says, it made a sound. I'm like,
I bet it did, bro.
Could be a bushing. You ever think about that?
Yeah.
Anyways,
so that's wild. So he would benefit from gears, but he couldn't mess with his gear ratio enough to get into where he wants to be.
Those are going to scream. Yeah. Any of the current, production level ones. No, they were not designed to pull 60 miles an hour.
No. Will they? Sure, but who knows what they're going to do in a month after doing that all day?
Yeah.
The dude rides in a straight line.
He wants to find out.
Yeah, he wants to find out, and it's crazy.
That's up to him, man.
Another new board that's kind of come out that's not controversial, but certainly the opposite of what we've seen. I'll call this the inverse of an endurance. Yeah. So this is the Parsec board from actually Daniel Kwan's board. Yeah. So. He went the opposite direction and put what is it? It's a 14S1P in here.
14.1's the base. Is that what we would call the base. So that's the
usability,
the S
trucks,
model,
range, wheels. FAQ. What is it? Does it say what the size of the actual battery is?
I thought it said it up top.
Maybe it did.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't look.
Damn, bro.
14. It just says what it is, but we
all know it's a 14.1.
It's a 14. It's a 14.1 or a 14.2.
We just know this.
It's just an interesting thought. Like the board's super light. It's 15 pounds versus like the endurance, like the max out endurance is like 45 pounds. Like you could have 3 of these boards to 1 endurance, which is interesting.
I think it fits. It's like I have a hard time saying the word premium just because I haven't ever seen it. I hope that it is, but I think it's just going to be like our standard run of the mill, kind of parts pieces. But in comparison to like a $400 board that has about the same range, I think this thing probably wipe its ass with it.
Oh yeah, it's a good board. I mean, it is P45Bs, so like that's good. Like he's maxing out the capability of his. Oh, we have a delivery. Oh, Amazon. Hold on.
Beep beep. Sorry, 1 second.
Sorry, this dude comes in and he's like, I thought he was an Amazon delivery driver.
Yeah,
so he's like, oh, am I interrupting? I go, a little bit. It's kind of a dick thing to say,
right?
But this dude, I guess, buys storage units and has a skateboard and he's trying to sell it. I was like, oh, we don't do that.
No cameras? They didn't bring the cameras or nothing? No. We could have done like the whole appraisal.
Yeah. I'm like,
wow, this thing.
I certainly would have maybe invited him in had he not been half.
It
was just some like Santa Cruz like brand short board. It would have actually been a great like little short board,
like a little bustin' spurtster.
But like I wasn't gonna just buy it from him. So I was like, dude, you should just sell it on eBay because that's where you saw it originally.
Hawk it.
Anyway, so back where I was saying, what were we saying? Gosh, people, man. Okay, we were talking about P45Bs. He's maxing out like the capabilities of a battery of that size, right? So like there's not many cells that can do the 40 amp continuous. Although the Eve cells, those are new.
Yeah.
And those are looking very promising. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, he great choice in battery, especially if you're gonna go with a 1P cell, or 1P battery. It's certainly a good choice. And the board does look very clean. Like he did.
I don't
CNC
know that
parts.
It's necessarily like hot swappable, you could say, because I don't see how to get to the battery.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Without getting under the grip tape, which if you look to get under the grip tape, you also have to remove, it appears, the base plates, which looks like a lot of work to get. Oh, man,
yeah, that's not ideal.
So I thought that was kind of funky. Unless there's just something, there's an edge, a line.
Unless this is just for photos, but I really, really hope that you can have access to the lid because throwing an extra one of those 14 1Ps in your backpack would be nothing.
I feel like it'd
be nothing. It'd be an obvious upsell to give them an extra battery.
Yeah,
but whatever. But here's the thing: this board certainly is not like a performance beast, right? It is a lightweight commuter. I think that's like the perfect way of saying it. It's got some really nice things on it. It's got CNC trucks. Like
I'm gonna laugh when we see one of these with a Pelican case in the middle and like a 14.8 or something. And
100%.
Somebody's gonna be like, oh, check out my Aero Pro Extreme. It goes 400 miles. It will though. This thing's crazy.
Insane.
But you can no longer push it unless you're, I don't know, somehow able to push it with a giant battery in the middle. But the grip tape thing gets me.
The grip tape thing is annoying a little bit.
But the power button on top, the charge port on top is cool until your board flips. And then you got to, now you got to replace all those parts again. Like, there are some things that
we've discussed.
The only reason we say this too is not that I don't like it.
Oh no, it's beautifully done. Great. Look at this thing. It's beautifully done.
I like having the power button. I like having a charge port up there. But guess what? We see boards flip all the time. And we know what happens when this happens. The good news is his base plate will protect his deck because it's, a little elevated.
Yep.
But
so for us, we've discussed putting the charge port and the power buttons up in the base plates in the past. We've always ended up vetoing it because of the fact that if the board goes upside down and they want to replace anything, now all of the wiring has to be rerouted.
That also has to be extremely waterproof. That just changes.
It changes everything.
It makes everything's really the complexity grows when.
Right.
I don't know that it's necessary. You could argue that if you have your charge port and your power button on the bottom, it's going to get even more wet. mean, I guess.
I think you can seal it better though.
Yeah.
600-watt fast charger. Hold on. What is this thing?
Yeah, you can charge your board. I think it's like
photo coming soon, so it's not even like a thing yet.
Something. You can charge it wicked fast.
Yeah, I mean, max output charging 10 amps at 60. So yeah, it's a 600. I mean, it's not really 600 watts, but it's 588. But anyways, cool, very interesting. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so should we hop back in? Let's hop into Esk8. What's up?
I haven't seen these ship yet.
I don't know if anyone's shipped. It says that the
pre-order's done.
Pre-order is sold out, but hasn't necessarily shipped.
Yeah.
So interesting. Okay. So, well, I guess if the second batch is shipping in March, then probably that batch is shipping sometime in February.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soonish. Maybe we'll see him at Esk8. Not him, because he won't respond, Daniel. But
no, we've went back and forth with him a couple times. Yeah. I think he's trying to figure out a few things. I think it sounds like an inventory doesn't have any boards,
right?
So I imagine like every board he has is going to a customer, but
hopefully,
I don't know. All right, so let's dive right back into Esk8 now. At this point, we are, I think, 6 weeks out,
something like that.
Because this right here,
maybe just less, because we did that.
Yeah, I posted this a day late, but this is our 7 weeks left lineup. I posted last week, so we'll have another one of these come out this week. A couple companies will be added to this, so we'll be adding them throughout the week. But a couple new announcements that we haven't announced anywhere except for the podcast yet is Esk8 has confirmed, Newbie has confirmed, and Rev Skateboards, or is it Rev Boards?
Rev Skateboard.
Yeah, Rev Skateboards has all three of those will also be all exhibiting at Esk8, which is great. And then we've got a couple more that I still have to finalize. People just take a while to
got our sales hats on. Yeah.
But okay, so that's adding. So it's this entire list plus those three, and then this entire list plus the three. So Esk8, Rev Skateboards, and Newbie. So that's great. Those are great additions. And then we also announced the prizes for the races. So the novice gets a series of different MeePo boards, ranging from mini max up to a mini go. So very good. And then sportsman, even better. So actually, I think Kieran was...
Leonardo really likes our post, by the way. He's clapping.
Yes, he does.
Thanks, Leo.
Kieran was very, very generous this year with the prizes. So shout out to Kieran. He is the official race sponsor of Esk8. So shout out to MeePo. Anyways.
Did you already go by Sports Advanced?
No, I haven't yet. We're going to hit that next. So this is Sportsman. So MeePo, I mean, great lineup of boards. The fact that you can, as just the second tier class or just the second out of 4 classes win a $1,300 board is phenomenal.
Yep. All good boards to add to your quiver.
Yep. Now look at this, the advanced. Here we go. We've got I'm so confused right now, actually.
What happened?
Don't we have 2?
See, that's what I was asking you, bro. I don't know why you thought we had 2, but...
Okay, well, I'm so confused because things are starting to show up, and we've got... things are starting to show up, and we've got additional boards that I don't know if we were supposed to have or not. So now I don't know. But this is what we've posted so far. So ready. So now advanced, we've got...
subjects change.
Yeah, subject to potentially.
A big update.
But yeah, advanced though, $2,500, which is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then the pros, we got $2,500 cash, $1,250 and $750, which is just...
Gave it a little bump.
Yeah.
Gave you guys all a little nose bump.
I think last year was we gave away about $11,500 or so, $11,200 worth of stuff for all the winners. This year we're up to $13,500, which is about a 20% increase over last year.
Bonkers.
Which is just insane. Like the fact that we're giving $13.5K worth of shit is just awesome. So that makes me really happy. Is my post still up, I wonder? Hold on. I wanted to see. I tried to get some drama going yesterday. Here we go.
Dun, dun, dun.
So I posted this yesterday. I said, hold on. Who's going to be the Esk8 champ of 2025? Morgan Brady, Mario, Vacek, or someone else? Can I look at my results here? Oh, man. All right. Let me look up. I can.
Question.
I don't think so. Here, I'll look at my phone really quick. But so let's see what the results are, because that's been up for almost probably around 24 hours ish at this point.
I think general consensus is still one of Brady or Mario, but like, dude, Vacek ripped.
Dude, absolutely.
That dude showed up and ripped. So
here's the current results. Ready? We got Morgan Brady sitting at 30%.
Yep.
Mario Ciccone at 36%. Oh
yeah.
man,
my
man
bud's
Vacek got
getting
3%, and
That's
someone
right.
else at
Sleeper.
31%. So
Okay.
the reason why I picked those 3 guys is because those were our podium last year. So absolutely somebody else could come in and win. Like it's obviously, like, clearly Morgan Brady is an insane racer, and he's won 3 times in a row, and the chances of him winning 4 times in a row is very, very, very good. But there is there are small luck things in there. Like if you just have a shit, like, I mean, you can just have one really bad heat race. Now your placement in the final is shit. Like, it can happen. So like,
and it's gonna
we'll
be
see. It happened last year. There was a couple guys that were like had really high hopes that got squeezed out. I think Jeff got squeezed out real bad, and it fucked his race.
Yeah.
Like, he should have done much better and could have had that one like half second of shit didn't happen. You know, it sucks, but it's like part of the racing. It's like, so entertaining, but it is what it is.
With Morgan though, he only really races 1 time a year. Whereas, like, everybody else, it seems, has been very, very, very busy since Esk8 Con last year. There's been at least a half a dozen races that people have been able to participate, let alone the intro to speed. So, you know, like, I think every year it's like, yeah, but what if?
You never know. You really never know.
I kind of feel like Mario every year seems to be the favorite on paper, and when you ask most people, but I think it's probably more people just don't really know. I think Brady, unfortunately, as much, but they sure shit do now.
I think, I think Mario's gotten 3rd place, I think, twice in a row, and I would love to see him climb the podium.
We got even 2nd last year, right?
No, he's got 3rd on both. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Wait, is that what happened? Am I wrong?
I thought you had it the other way around.
Hold on, let me pull the thing up. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. I thought
he's holding 2nd place. God dang thing.
Where is it?
On the right there.
Oh, I'm wrong. My bad. Here we go.
Dang.
Sorry, Mario. I'm not trying to discredit you, bro.
Dang.
Here you go. I don't know why I thought. Oh, you know what? Because I want to say maybe he was 3rd year 1 and 3rd year 2.
Could be.
That might be what I'm thinking of. I don't know.
All good.
It's all these years, bro. They blend together at this point, and it's just insane. So I do want to double check to make sure I have my stats and the cards right, though, before we submit those.
That's a good idea.
Pretty sure I have it right.
You're doing trading cards this year?
No. Can you imagine if we didn't? Oh, man. People would lose their mind.
It'd be freaking mutiny.
Dude, people would lose their minds.
There would be like people on the side drawing them on cardboard. I got to have a trading card. I got to have my own trading card.
Another thing we announced, though, too, was the track. So
this was
Evolve commented on this. Interesting.
They gave us a clap. Thanks, Evolve. Yeah, dude, this track is
here's the.
It's very fascinating.
Can I zoom in on this a little bit? There we go.
So I sort of got Joe involved, or not involved, but got him very interested in like F1 racing and MotoGP racing and things like that, and like understanding like how do tracks work, all that cool stuff. And this is a track that is currently raced by both like racing circuits, F1, MotoGP, and it's the Sepang circuit. So the reason the racers like this track so much, and a lot of the manufacturers,
what's the track called?
Sepang.
Sepang circuit images. Here we go.
So the reason it's liked so much is because it has like racers will say it has a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So you have flowy corners, you have the high speed, straights. You get a little bit of everything. Of course, Joe had to put in a little colon, thing in ours, which
here we go.
Why not? We got to put a little bit of burn in there.
It can't be too easy.
It gets a little challenging. There's not a lot
it's
of
just room for mistakes.
There, but
there are some good mistakes.
Exactly. And it makes you think, and you can't just, blow through the whole track. So that'll be super cool, new feature. There's some additional features to this track that we just haven't shown here, but of course, once you actually get out there, it's just important to follow signage. And we do also have the demo track, so we'll probably next week or something look at more of the event layout.
Yeah, that should be about done at this point. So we're just kind of finalizing. We've never posted our actual floor plan in the past.
No, but I think now that we've kind of added the track, and also I think parking this year is very important. We'd like to give you guys a heads up about the parking situation. We do have parking on site, which is great. It will be fairly limited, but the best we can do is give you guys a heads up of what to expect when you guys get down there. If you choose to drive your car. Of course, I mean, you can skate to the event. It's very easy to get there, and it's actually going to be a cool ride from downtown because you go through like a tunnel. And you can yell and scream at 7 o'clock in the morning at people. But So we'll have a little more info about the rest of the event. We have some update as far as charging and some of the exhibitions that we're going to do, and really even more of the schedule, you could say.
Yeah. The schedule is getting fine-tuned. We were talked about maybe doing it in the podcast today, but I think we're going to take one more week to just make sure we haven't missed anything, because once it goes on the podcast, it's out. Because
it's like it's sitting in the oven right now. It's just baking.
Yeah, we're just making sure. We want to make sure. Yeah, we just want to make sure it's right.
We'll pull it out next week.
Because now I'm like second guessing half the information we put out already because this race prizes thing is confusing to me.
Well, who knows? We'll go check it all out.
Yeah, because I don't know. I feel like, anyways, bottom line is we've got an MLR that we're raffling off, a MIPA MLR, but 2 showed up. So I'm trying to figure out.
You know what? You didn't pull up the jerseys, bro.
Oh, the jerseys.
Let me send it to you.
Yeah, shoot me that really quick. So this year we did jerseys for all the racers. So if you were a racer, you were able to add a jersey to your race ticket, and the jerseys came out better than we could have ever imagined at this point.
The renders.
At least, okay. Bomb. The renders are. We have not seen them yet, so we'll hope that
in either one of those. It's not, is it? Where's your computer?
Yeah, dude.
Down.
Try.
Double clicked.
Oh shoot! Try that one. Or maybe you have to do my name, or email it to me, or text it to. Actually, if you text it to me, I can pull it up in my text messages.
Oh. That's technology, trying to figure it all out. So these are okay. So been working on these a couple weeks. A bit of a pain in my ass, but we really we've talked about jerseys before, but you can see I'm wearing one from 2 years ago, maybe 2022. No, 2023. I think we did these.
Okay, are you guys ready to see?
But we never really did them for the event. So this year we decided we should try them for the event. Bomb,
dude. There's one. There's our dark one, and there's our light one. You look so good.
So these jerseys were available, and hopefully we've pulled them down. But yes, I need to make sure they come down, or if there's any updated. But so we did make these available to the racers. The racers were able to customize. They were able to choose their name,
their number.
They got some additional logos on the back. They were able to choose what color, and then we're going to have these, which as of today, these are currently on sale if they're not already sold out.
We've got a very limited number of each. We ordered a few extra of like different sizes of each color. They were going to say Esk8 with the year 25 on the back of it, so we can't customize them at this point, but they're extras, and they're awesome. So I really, if you're at all interested in rocking a jersey just at any time.
These are like embroidered logo. These are not, what would you call it, screen print or whatever.
Yeah, no, they're nice. They're cool. So we'll see how they, actually turn out in real life, but they do look really good, and they're not cheap to make. So I have to assume that they will be generally good quality.
Taking a shot at it though, so hopefully you guys like them, and then
if they're great, we'll do them again next year.
Yeah, and if they're good, then and maybe we'll have some more, the weekend of. But really, these are they have a long lead time, so we can't really overshoot and get 100 extra.
No, we only have a few.
So dang, I think we have at least 80 or 90 going out total. So we've got
we've done a lot. We did a lot of them. I'm actually really proud of everything.
Pretty cool. So.
Like the racers. We probably made like no money on them, but it's okay. They're really good.
Big shout out to
really
Liam with UC Underground too.
Yeah.
Because he was really adamant about getting his like logo involved. He wanted to be, he wanted to get the UC crowd involved, which was really cool. And so he threw in some sponsorship money on the jerseys, which got him his logos on the back. So when you see on the racer jerseys or on the Esk8 Con staff jerseys, you'll see that logo. We didn't do them on the generic jersey because it's not for racers, and he wanted to be involved with the race. So
that's fair.
Kind of how that worked out. But really, there's way more logos than there are not jerseys.
Yeah.
The Esk8 Con ones, we just wanted to keep.
But it's dope though,
fairly
because
generic.
Like he was totally cool with like the littlest little logo, like right above the right above the name, and it's great.
Yeah,
it worked out.
Yeah, so those are in motion. But if you go on the website now, hopefully they're still available. We just posted them yesterday afternoon, so they've been up about a day at this point.
Right. At the time of this video
they
uploading.
Might all be gone by now. Hopefully they're all gone.
Hopefully they are, yeah.
That'd be great. I don't know, maybe not. I'm going to have to buy one. I want one. They're cool. I like the cream colored one.
Keep an eye on our social media though, because we've got a lot more raffle items we're announcing shortly. So we put the first one up, set of Nexus trucks. These are the old picture, but we'll be getting a new set of Nexus trucks. So that's our first one for the raffles, and we'll have a lot more raffles to get posted. I know we've got a shitload of stuff on the way at this point, but I have to put my raffle hat on for about a week and start messing.
You've been on trading card hat, which is a big one.
Yeah, I gotta get the trading cards finalized in the next. Like they really have to be uploaded and sent out within the next week. Like they can't go any longer than that.
Group ride info will go out next week, and I think what we'll try to do is use our Esk8 Con Instagram account a little better, and use the highlights.
Yes, so the pins. Speaking of, I really should unpin this one. Here we go.
So we'll clean up the Instagram account. So the best place to find information leading into the event is always going to be on Instagram. It's just the easiest place. It's what we use the most.
That's what the community uses the most.
It does link with Facebook, but we're not active there. We don't really pay attention to it. It just sort of happens. Mike checks it occasionally. I check it occasionally. But the majority of our stuff's always going to be on Instagram. The website is what it is. That there's not a whole lot of new info that's there. It's more just
general.
Purchase your tickets. The general info. But
we try to keep that updated, but it certainly lags behind Instagram a little bit.
Yeah. But this is the place to get the info. So we'll clean this all up so it's a little easier for everybody to kind of like, oh, I know exactly where to look. And
yeah, for sure. So all right, I think that's what we've got, man. That's the most up to date for Esk8 Con. Kind of a quick and easy show today because we got a lot of shit to do. We got to get the jerseys up on our website now.
In the meantime, be sure to tag Esk8 Con, talk about it, tell your friends about it, get everybody coming. Tickets.
And if you're not racing,
we don't sell out of tickets, y'all.
Please race. We have the novice class is not intimidating. If you want to just try to race, you should do it because it is a lot of fun. We're trying to welcome and try to grow the sport. So if you have any even thought that you might want to race, you should, because it is a lot of racing. You get guaranteed you get 2 qualifier sessions this year, 2 heat races, and if you make your final. So there's a lot of racing that is involved. It's not like you go around the track once and that's it. Like it's a lot of racing. It's cool to be part of it.
We did the math. It's almost 20 laps of race laps.
Yeah,
that's intense.
That's a lot.
Good night.
Yeah,
your legs are gonna be shot by the end of the week.
Yeah. So if you're even on the fence about it, you should absolutely do that. Especially if you've never done it before. I really would love to see more first time racers this year. But yeah, if you are racing, find a buddy who isn't racing and drag them along, make them race. It's a good time. The more racers we have, just the better that the race ends up being. So
that's right.
Anyways. That should be it, man. You got anything you want to throw out?
Nah, man. It's time to go back to work.
Yeah, gotta get back to work. All right, guys.
Go back to work.
Have a good rest of your day. We will see you guys next week and in person in like 6 weeks.
Oh man.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yep.